Crimson 1997 donated $100. Violet, chat ships you and Brian.
Oh my god.
Would you date him? Would you S his D? P in the V?
Bro.
Would you take him to Pound Town? The Bone Zone?
Brian.
Drillville? The Boon Palace? Would you tap that Australian dollars? Squat thrusts in the cucumber patch? Some bedroom acrobatics?
I can do with some of the acrobatics and cucumbers. Maybe together. I don't know if Brian's down for it. He seems like he might be.
He's asking you, would you, all this other stuff about the S-ing the D and the P and the V, maybe that's a bit much. He's asking, would you date Brian?
I would date you, yes. You're definitely, like, I love the beard. I love the manliness. If I go a little crazy, you'll guide me in the right direction. I would date you.
If you go a little crazy, I would guide you in the right direction?
Yeah, like if I'm, acting out at a party, you'd be like, come on.
Beaten Cheeks donated $99.
I'll come back to the previous chat after this comes through.
College for STEM science, tech, engineer, math. Why would you waste your time with extreme bad loans for a useless studies degree that amounts to nothing? Just work as an assistant or waitress, never go to OF. Huge fail.
Honestly, they shouldn't even go to college for STEM because men are better at STEM.
Mary coming in with the hot takes
very
early
controversial.
on.
Does that have to do with like being a pilot too? Because aren't women pretty good at pilots?
Oh, I certainly would feel less safe in a plane.
Like,
I heard that women are really good at
that has
pilots.
a female pilot. I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Are you against your own gender?
I don't know if Andrew Tate agrees with that. Sorry, what did you have for Mary?
Are you against your own gender? Like thinking that men are better at STEM and that
I think
men are better at flying planes?
There are things that men are better at and there are things that women are better at, and it just so happens that men have better spatial awareness. They just excel more in the sciences than women do, which is why there's this artificial push, like pushing all of these girls into STEM who probably wouldn't be interested in it in the first place if they weren't being pushed into it. And then they end up being like the one of like 2 girls in their class for like engineering or something. And they're not as nearly as likely to be gifted at that compared to guys.
I just think that's sad, honestly. As a woman in STEM, not me personally, but other women, like if you want to go into STEM and constantly having that being told in your
if you're
head,
good at it, that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, men are far more likely to be successful in STEM.
I mean, that's your
like you
opinion.
wouldn't recommend it for most women, is what
That's
you're
your
saying,
opinion.
right?
Probably
like you're not
not,
like
no.
banning them from doing it, but you're saying, like, yeah. I feel like men love building things. They're super interested in things, and women are really interested, like naturally most of the time.
Yeah.
And women are like interested in people.
I just think men and women can do the same thing.
Nurses.
They're equal.
Yeah,
I
equal
mean-
but different for sure.
I mean, of course they're different. When I was a penis, when I was a vagina, of course they're fucking different.
For sure.
Good talk. Good talk. Violet, can I just have you move those 2 cups into the table a little bit more? That one too. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Cheeks, for the chat. Crimson was asking, Violet, would you date me?
I said yes.
Yeah, I know.
Are you gonna make me beg for it?
No, I just got interrupted.
So is this like a one-sided thing where like she responds but you don't?
No, I'm gonna respond.
Okay.
I'm gonna respond. But I got thank you, Cheeks. Thank you, Cheeks. I was trying to respond. Appreciate it, man. Okay. Oh my God. No. Let me.
Beaten Cheeks donated $99.
I'll get to it. Thank you, Cheeks.
Women at STEM. Men are better at everything. Sports,
oh my God, bro.
Beauty pageants, etc.
Beauty pageants.
Beauty pageants.
Oh,
They have
bro.
Top 100 hottest women in US magazine, and a few males did. How does that make you ladies feel?
Dylan Mulvaney just won Women of the Year. Not a joke.
Wow, we're getting into some hot.
He thinks he's so cool.
When
He's just
women
sitting in
of
the
the
YouTube channel comments, thinking he's like all the shit, like commenting this kind of stuff.
I would
what?
not invoke Beaten Cheeks' wrath. I know his name is a little bit.
No, I love it.
You know, it might be.
I love it.
But he will come down like a titan and unleash his wrath, so we can finally address it.
Crimson 1997 donated $100. Violet, chat ships you and Brian. Would you date him? Would you S his D? P in the V?
Okay.
Would you take him to Pound Town? The Bone Zone? Drillville? The Boon Palace. Would you tap that Australian dollars? Squat thrusts in the cucumber patch. Some bedroom acrobatics.
Yes.
It's like the third time.
Answered that.
No, but you gotta understand. I keep
so
getting
played.
interrupted. I keep getting interrupted. Okay. That's 3 times, by the way, that you've. Okay, just letting you know, 3 times. You're a very pleasant girl, very attractive girl. However, because you have done porn, for that sole reason, I would not date you.
Wait, I thought that you said you would date a girl who has an OF.
So my previous stance was I would date, and I think it's since changed. Again,
Okay.
Could I be convinced if she's doing like tasteful lingerie stuff? Maybe.
What's so tasteful about it?
It is artsy
But
when you're
what I-
doing like lingerie
Okay.
and things.
Generally
And
speaking,
nudes.
though, I mean, if I have other options, like 2 girls, one has OF, one doesn't, I'm gonna pick the girl who doesn't do
You always have
OF.
another option.
Right, exactly. And I have not dated a girl who does OF. I've not hooked up with. I've not done anything with a girl who has an OnlyFans. But so my previous position was, well, I would date a girl so long as she hasn't done boy-girl content. That was my previous position. People didn't even like that position.
It was
So
a bad
when I say
position.
boy-girl, like a girl who hasn't had sex on camera with another guy. My new position, though, is pretty much like, yeah, if OnlyFans, even if it's solo content, even if there's no nudity, I mean, I'd have to meet someone pretty amazing, but you have done boy-girl content.
Are you gonna answer my would you rather today?
I could, I
Okay.
forget what it is, but, and the thing is, Violet, you're actually a very pleasant person. You're very attractive.
Thank you.
You're 5 foot, you're 5 feet, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I like short women, so that's good. But because you've done adult content, I would not date you.
Gotta weed
not,
me
I'm not
out.
saying anything about you seem like a fantastic person, but just on that sole metric, there's videos of you online, on the internet, fucking other men. I couldn't deal with that in a relationship.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone has their personal preferences. I'm not asking anyone to accept me for whatever, but or associate with me. But I get it. I totally get it. Having, especially because you're kind of an influencer, a lot of people know you. Having your girl out there like hoeing it might be a little stressful. Not hoeing it, but like flashing, you know, all of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like if again, you're a very pleasant woman, you're very attractive. However, because you have done porn, I could not date you, even casually. I wouldn't even hook up with you. I wouldn't even want to have sex with you.
So my would you rather was, would you rather
what was
date
it?
someone who has a really high body count but doesn't do sex work, or has like a body count of 2
But does like
but does
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, yeah.
And she's done BG content with other men.
She has like say her body count is
Sure.
2, and
But,
then another girl
I see
has
what you're
like
saying.
10 or 8.
They're both undesirable situations.
But you have to choose one.
For what? For just
For the
casual?
last two
for the
women
game.
on
It's a
Earth,
game.
and you
It's
have
would
to
you rather.
continue the human race. Dialogue.
Yes, that's a good.
Well, the last 2, I mean, the last 2 humans on Earth. If she has an OnlyFans, but her body count's low, I probably would take the low body count OF girl in that situation.
Wait, if it's the last 2 people, wouldn't you have to do your work and do both of them, because you're trying to just get it out there?
Fair point.
Just
right.
get it out.
Yeah,
Repopulation.
and like you need
Well, that's
to repopulate.
repopulation comes in. So I
Got
guess
it.
out of the goodness of my heart,
Yeah,
I will
you're still in
begrudgingly,
the world.
I will
Times
begrudgingly have sex with a 100 body count
Okay.
woman, and because out of the niceness of my heart, I would like to repopulate the world. So yes, sure.
I get it.
But okay, of the 2, like the OnlyFans girl with a low body count versus what's the body count? 2 versus 100 type of thing?
Oh, I was saying like 2 versus 15.
Oh, 2 fuck.
Yeah,
okay.
isn't 15? Wait, what's a high body count? Because I really don't
15 is
know.
high.
It's getting up there.
Yeah, I thought that would be. I mean, past like.
Shit, that's a tough one. Not gonna lie.
Well, OnlyFans, it doesn't stay in the
wanna-
past, you know?
What's that?
So, I mean, if you have OnlyFans, like, pornography doesn't stay in your past because it's going to live on the internet.
Yeah, it's forever.
Yeah.
And they're
a good
otherwise,
point.
in terms of their physical appearance and their personality, they're comparable. These two options.
Oh, what about this option?
Oh God. Okay.
She all she has to do is take a scan of her body.
Huh.
And she can make millions, you know, because they'll make her fuck anything, or, you know, porn everywhere. But all she has to do is take a scan, and it's AI porn. Would you be with a girl that did that?
That had an AI version of
Herself.
Yeah.
Making porn. There are already girls with.
I know,
OnlyFans
it's
that are
coming,
completely
like,
AI
yeah.
generated.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah, like there's a lot of like, it's kind of kiddie, right? Not, I mean kiddie, but like play around, you know, like they're playing around with just funny AI porn memes and things like that, but it's going in that direction. You feel?
So wait, what?
So
Would I
she
date?
wouldn't
Would I
actually
just
be-
date a girl
Who would even associated with it like that?
Well, when compared to better options, in other words, a woman who has done absolutely no kind of sex work, OnlyFans, anything, and I could date a woman who doesn't have that kind of presence on the internet, absolutely, I would much rather date a woman who doesn't have that presence on the internet. But so your question
Okay.
is, would I date a woman who's done that? No.
Of the AI thing?
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was
Have you
just
seen
wondering
that?
about that.
There's this Black Mirror episode. I don't know if you guys watched the new
Oh.
season, where she sold her rights to. They made. It was called Joan is Awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody in the
seen
chat
that.
saw that.
What did you think of it? That episode? I keep asking that. What you think of
Whatever.
episodes in movies?
It was cool. I guess it was okay.
Oh, I
was
thought it
interest-
went off
was
the rails a
interesting.
little bit.
It was interesting.
But it wasn't interesting.
I mean that
The
Yeah.
older seasons were much better.
they definitely were.
Yeah,
San
this season
Junipero.
was
San
ju-
Junipero.
That's my favorite.
was pretty bomb.
That was my favorite one.
Yeah. I liked the most recent, the one. Sorry, chat. Have you guys seen Black Mirror? The interesting one was when they were on the spaceship with what's that guy from Breaking Bad?
Oh, I like that one.
I don't know his name, but he looks like a little Matt Damon or something.
Grid One Motorsports
here we go.
donated $100.
Here we go.
Lingerie models, nurses, girls named Tiffany, and flight attendants are at best good for now. Girls, men keep in the fun zone. They are fun, but you might get your car keyed or tires slashed. Corn stars, strippers, and
Nick,
of
can you-
models are in the no zone.
What does he have against Tiffany's?
And corn stars.
Tiffany is such a pretty name.
Tiffany is kind of a red flag. Not gonna lie.
Is it?
Flight attendants made big red flag. Yeah, huge.
I used to
Huge
want to be a flight attendant. I
Huge.
thought that would be a really cool way to travel.
Word.
But you're really just kind of on a plane.
But I don't know. Did I thoroughly? We should ask the chat. So the question was, what would you rather? Okay, chat. One in the chat. If you would rather date a girl who's done OnlyFans and she's done BG boy girl content, so she's shot with men. There's videos of her having sex with men on the internet, but she only has a body count of 1. Or would you date 2 in the chat if you'd rather date a woman who has a body count of 20, who doesn't have that shit on the internet?
Someone said, WTF, why is she only in a bra? Dude, I was wondering the same thing. I feel uncomfortable, but nobody wanted to mention it. I was like, is this just
For you,
okay to
that's
wear
me.
underwear in public now? I saw another person
Do you
doing that on the
typically
street
dress
earlier
like
today.
that?
No, but I'm definitely promoting on here, so I gotta spice it up a bit.
It's for promotion.
Okay.
There's like a mix.
It's not like
It's
a
mix.
family
Aaron
event.
Paul. It was Aaron Paul. Okay, some guys they'd prefer the higher body count. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Okay, let's move on.